In life, there is good and then there is not so good, and that pertains to just about everything, including personal injury attorneys. Richard Griffin is here with the Griffin Law Firm now to tell us how he's gotten great recoveries for his clients when others have failed. Hello.
Hi.
All right, tell us about that.
Well, there are certain situations where other attorneys have tried to handle a case, and it may be that they don't have the same experience I have, or maybe they have too many cases, I don't know. But there's nothing that makes me happier than getting a great recovery for my client, and when I can do so on a case where others haven't been able to, then that makes you feel even better. I can think of one case where it was a tragedy because this little girl was on her bicycle, and the grandmother of the neighbor came and parked and didn't get the parking brake on, and it rolled down and knocked her over and into the street. It was a situation where she had bad injuries to her elbow and to her knee, only $10,000 in medical expenses, which was amazing because that would have been a situation where life flights might have been involved. It turned out when we went to mediation, this wasn't one where another attorney was on, but it was one where the adjusters were giving it not a fair shake. We were at mediation. They offered $25,000 because the meds were $10,000. And now it turned out that we went back in and did a second mediation, but they were saying that it didn't upset her, that she had bad scarring. And so we had her see a counselor and dig into that issue because that was a big deal to the adjuster. They were trying to downplay that. The scarring was a big issue, and the scarring reduction that the plastic surgeon was recommending. So we ended up getting $200,000 for her when they were offering $25,000.
Wow, and that's the importance of having an advocate, somebody in your corner who's really going to fight and not just give up at the first negative response they get. So do you have examples of...
I do. I have a graphic that I'd love to show. Basically, in this graphic, there's going to be 3 examples. One was where 5 attorneys turned the case down. There was low property damage. The adjuster said, we think your client overreacted and drove off the road. There was no contact. So they said, we're not going to pay anything. We ended up taking that case, and he was an eggshell plaintiff. He'd had a prior surgery, so it didn't take much property damage to cause significant injury. We got $235,000 for him. Another one was a situation where another attorney had it for a long time, and the client gave up on that attorney. For years there had been no offers, and the benefits had slowly been kind of ignored. We got all the back benefits and got it settled within 30 days and got $80,000 for that individual. And then the last one is one where there was another attorney, and the communication was terrible. The client gave up on them, and first thing we noticed is you've got a workers' comp claim in addition to the personal injury, and we got $330,000. That was $250,000 for the personal injury that the other attorney had been handling with no offers, and then the workers' comp that had been ignored turned into an $80,000 settlement for a total of $330,000. So those are situations where we got in there and looked at the case. Every case is different, and you've got to look and see where are the weaknesses and how can we dig into it and see why those weaknesses really a lot of times aren't weaknesses at all. They could be strengths if you dig into the facts enough and work hard enough and investigate and then negotiate and litigate when needed.
What advice can you give to people who might have had an injury in the workplace or somewhere in a car, and they hear a lot of lawyers out there? How do they know that they're going to get somebody good who will really fight for them and who's knowledgeable about the law? I mean, that's huge aspect.
It is. It is. You know, one of the things at my website at 877painlaw.com is you can hit a button that says, how do I decide? And you can read about and see videos from clients, 50, 60, 70 clients that have given reviews where they have gotten the results that they wanted. They got the service, the customer service, the communication they needed. The firm awards are on there as well. If you haven't been recognized by the legal community for good work, then that's probably a problem and probably someone you might not want to consider hiring. And then the last one is going to be the recoveries. If there's a track record, and we have our firm recoveries where you can see we've gotten millions of dollars and we've gotten hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we fight just as hard for the 10 or 15 or 20,000. So my firm is going to fight hard on every case, and it's going to treat it the way it needs to be treated so they get that recovery they need and deserve.
And testimonials do not lie.
That's true.
Thank you so much, Richard. Don't forget to get the help you need. Contact the Griffin Law Firm. You can call 877-PAIN-LAW. You can also log on to 877painlaw.com.